This one Tesla accessory is a must-have to purchase for yourself or for a friend you actually like. Oh, hello there. So you just got a new Tesla, or you're a really good friend and are thinking of some super cool but affordable Tesla accessories. Well, you've come to the right place. I bought a ton of top-rated, top-selling, but affordable accessories for your Tesla and tested them out to see if it's a good purchase. So let's just dive right into it. Just a heads up, I'm not sponsored. I legit bought all these myself. Number 1, Spigen's screen protector. This one is a must. I just saw a post where someone got his screen cracked. If only he had a screen protector to protect that screen. Just for reference, a Model 3 and Model Y screen replacement can cost anywhere from $1,500 and up, so why risk it? I like the Spigen one because it's easy to install. They have a glossier matte version to decrease fingerprints and glare, and I haven't had any issues with it. Number 2, Xtechnor's HEPA air filter. Now this one is a little controversial. However, I've had it in my Tesla before and I haven't had any major issues. If you're coming from a Tesla with the HEPA filter already installed, you may not need these ones. You'll know you have an actual HEPA filter if you have that little biodefense mode button on the climate screen. So honestly, this mostly applies to older Model 3s and Model Ys. So I do like the Xtechnor AIr Filter because it has thicker pleats, so it filters the air coming into your cabin better. However, is it actually HEPA grade? I mean, that's honestly debatable. And because the pleats are thicker, it actually restricts airflow slightly. Some people have said this can damage your HVAC system because it has to work harder. However, honestly, I haven't seen this to be the case at all. I've had it on mine and I haven't had any issues. On Tesla's website, they recommend replacing your cabin air filter every 2 years. It's better to replace every year or so. So just buy this for someone, send them my installation guide, or better yet, if you are a really good friend, you can go to their house and install it for them. Now, number 3 is the Tesbeauty Pillow. I think this one is a great one to get. The way the Tesla headrests are seated, it's shaped so that the back of your head touches the headrest, but your neck is exposed. With this bad boy, it creates a cushion for your neck and head, and it's honestly a game changer. It feels so good, especially if you take your Tesla on road trips. This one's extra cool because it's not only adjustable with the strap, but you can also add more foam or less foam and customize it the way you want. Honestly, if you know anyone who goes on a ton of road trips, this pillow is a must. Number 4 is, this Topfit tray. Now, at first I thought this was a super weird one because you have storage space in the center console, but then I realized you only have space there, nowhere else. If I wanted to put stuff like snacks or something, there's not a lot of space if all those cubbies are full. Also, I have things I want quickly like my sunnies, aka my sunglasses. It can be annoying if there's tons of stuff in those center cubbies. I like this Topfit tray because it fits well, it looks OEM, and it adds a little bit more storage for your stuff. Maybe I don't want to keep the iPhone always on the wireless charger. I could just put it nicely in here and it fits well without moving. Number 5, the car seat gap filler called Drop Stop. I had to buy this one and test it out. The one thing I hate is stuff falling in between the Tesla seats, especially my phone for some reason. It just loves to slip out of my pocket into the black abyss that I can never get. This car seat gap filler is legit. Super easy to install and it prevents all that stuff from falling out. It's such a funny thing to buy, but I honestly think it's one of those things where you don't think you need it, then you buy it and you realize you can't live your life without it. So how are we doing so far? I'm not trying to get only specific Tesla stuff, but more so anything that can make owning your Tesla easier. Now, number 6 is a weird one. They're coasters for your Tesla by Gratu Truck. With my drink, it always ends up making the bottom of the cup holders all gross with that ring. So being cheap, I used to always put like tissue or something at the bottom, but then after a while, it would stick to the cup, and when I removed the cup, it just looked horrible. So while I think it's a cool gift, don't waste the money as it just doesn't fit well in the cup holders because it's too small. Or you can get the Joel cup holder that I have, and I'll make sure I link it in the description below. Now, number 7 is the Elegant USB Hub. Again, I have my aftermarket accessories that I use personally, and you can find videos on that. However, I wanted to try the more affordable stuff like this. It's called the Elenat Tesla USB Hub. It has really good reviews and it's only like 30 bucks. I'm honestly scared of Amazon products that have broken English in the photos, but I'm not gonna lie, this thing looks pretty good. If you have a Tesla Model 3 or Y, the USB hubs are all the way like at the bottom on the center console in a place that you can never access. This hub connects with both USB-C ports, lights up with a nice little Tesla logo. I also love how it matches the color of the interior so it looks OEM. What's really cool about it though is it has these retractable cables to use in case you want to connect your phone and charge it while it's on the holder. Now the one issue is that iPhone 15 users and above can't even use one of the cables because they made it a dedicated iPhone charging cable. So technically you only have one cable. It supports fast charging and overall it's cool to have. And for 30 bucks, it's honestly a steal. Now, number 8. The Spigen tray. When you do get your Tesla, nobody has a tray in the center. It's just a giant black hole. It would be nice to get something for your friend that allows you to have a tray to keep things more organized. I like the Spigen center tray. It's highly rated. It's really affordable. It has a really minimalistic carbon fiber look to it with that Spigen logo, so it's not tacky. You can fit some sunglasses or a wallet. Honestly, overall, any of the Spigen stuff you get is pretty solid, like the storage hider and the center console tray. Those are all great gifts for a friend or even yourself. The next one we have is the Ainope cell phone holder. Now the name of the game is budget friendly. This Ainope. Why do these companies have such difficult names to say? Anyways, the cell phone holder is only 20 bucks. It's super cheap and affordable and it goes in the slits near the air vents. However, for me, I have my light tube running in that slit so I can't mount it. But overall, it does the job and can hold my iPhone 14 Pro Max. And the quality is actually pretty decent. I mean, the reviews speak for themselves, and with the elegant hub, you can still charge the phone while you have it on the cell phone charger. So you could do like a combo gift and get 2 of those for someone. Honestly, it's a great gift. It's a great purchase to get. Moving on to number 10, a sunshade. If you don't know me, I have my preference of sunshades. Heat shield, but that ain't cheap. If you want something to provide shade and privacy and protect your dashboard from UV rays, check out the Chirano Sun Shade. It's only $23. Does a good job of blocking out any light coming from the windshield. Does it decrease the heat? Well, I mean, it's winter right now, so I don't really know. But overall, the reviews are really good. It's easy to fold away and pack, but the biggest issue people are having is how it collapses back so it fits into that tiny bag. Now, remember when I was talking to you guys about the things you didn't realize you need until you have? This is another one of those things. It's a car seat hook headrest by Livety. I think this one is genius. That's hooks you put on the headrest so you can put things like water bottles, purses, backpacks, pretty much anything. It's only 6 bucks. And look at the ratings, 26,000 reviews. Everyday Jan spilled water on my seats. And honestly, it happens to a lot of people. And a lot of times the seats get so wet, they have to replace the sensor. If you have the water bottle hanging, it won't spill and tip over. Genius! Now, while you can't put these hooks in the front of the seat with the Tesla headrest, it's actually better behind the front seats anyways, so people can still sit in the front. Number 12, the Chirano lifting jack pad. So we've talked a lot about the interior stuff. Let's talk more of the exterior stuff. And we're talking about the Chirano. Anyways, jack pads. If there's one thing you should get for a new Tesla friend, it's jack pads. You can't lift up the Tesla with a regular jack. You just can't do it. You'll damage the battery, it'll cost like tens of thousands of dollars, it's horrible. Now, most good tire shops like Costco, America, or Discount Tires have the adapter already, but if they don't, give them these to use. It allows you to use a standard jack to lift the car up safely. Moving on to number 13, mud flaps are always one of those things where you want them, but you're too lazy to install them. I've had the Xtechnor ones installed on the Y for 3 years now. Haven't had any issues. I mean, honestly, it can be difficult to install the rear ones due to like a bolt that doesn't loosen, but you can still slightly loosen the bolt, make a small slit in the mud flaps, and then tighten it back up. Tesla, or just use some sort of intense glue like what I did. Now the point of mud flaps is supposed to protect the bottom of your car from rock chips and debris, but I also think it looks really good too. Number 14, the YHC. The logo for your Tesla. Honestly, I didn't realize how a white Tesla with a black logo looks until I installed these bad boys. They are so sexy. I honestly like these covers by Elenat because it's a cover. So it goes over your current logo. So you don't have to worry about getting a hairdryer and dental floss and removing your old logo. You just have to put it on top of your current logo you have on now. It's super easy to do, only costs $18, but it honestly makes your Tesla look clean. And lastly, number 15, the one thing I never knew I needed until I got it on my friend's who has a Model 3 with 111,000 miles on it. And he had these on his tires, and it made his tires look so much cooler. It makes your valve stem cap super easy to open. It looks good. It has a little like Tesla logo on it. I mean, it's only $6 and it makes your wheels look cooler, so why not? So there you have it. I really wanted to try and test out more affordable things to buy that make perfect gifts for yourself or a friend. I have a question for you guys. If you had one Tesla accessory you couldn't live without, what would it be? Let me know, comments below. For me, I'm gonna say floor mats, because I cannot deal with like having dirty feet on the floors and the carpet. Oh, floor mats for sure. Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. See you next time.